Hello and welcome to WXPO News at 4:30 on this Friday afternoon, October 6th. I'm Kristen Olson. Here's what's coming up. Jazzy is champion. The International Guernsey Show wrapped up earlier this afternoon. Full results ahead. And in the global spotlight, hear how a Wisconsin-based company has positioned its products for a worldwide audience year after year. Plus, the road to Madison. Learn how one East Coast dairy cattle exhibitor has made the annual trip to Madison a priority for more than 2 decades.
Broadcasting live from the studios of World Dairy Expo in Madison, Wisconsin, USA. This is WXPO News.
Well, Spring Hill mentor Jazzy E.T. snatched the title of Grand Champion at this year's International Guernsey Show earlier today on the colored shavings. Jazzy was exhibited by Spring Hill of Big Prairie, Ohio. The winning 4-year-old cow went on to be named the Senior Champion Female, before she was chosen as the 2017 Grand Champion at the completion of the International Guernsey Show. Along with her new title, Jazzy received the $1,000 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Cash Award. The Reserve Grand Champion honors went to Lance Farm Preppy Indy, exhibited by Melinda Rushing of Yukon, Oklahoma. Preppy was the top cow in the 6-year-old and older cow class and was also named the Reserve Senior Champion. Meanwhile, junior 2-year-old cow Adams Creek AP Bianca ETV accomplished what few cows her age ever achieve, the title of Grand Champion Female of the International Junior Guernsey Show earlier today. Bianca, exhibited by and bred and owned by Alyssa Nunnelman of Bangor, Wisconsin, garnered the high honors after winning her class in the title of Intermediate Champion Female. The pair was awarded the $500 Utter Comfort Grand Champion Award and the Lillian and Keith King and Jim King Grand Champion Junior Show Award for their success. Reserve Grand Champion was awarded to first place 4-year-old cow and Senior Champion H. Broke Showtime Tater, exhibited by Dana and Madison Sickles of Marengo, Iowa. Judge Chris Lammers of Marysville, Ohio, placed 200 animals today in the International Guernsey Show with the assistance of Associate Judge Bernie Heisner of Fairview Heights, Illinois. For more than 30 years, Coon North America, Inc. has been participating in the world-renowned trade show at World Dairy Expo. Earlier this afternoon, I had the chance to visit with Coon's own Doug Williams to hear more about the company's rich history with the show. All right, so first off, Doug, if you can tell us a little bit about Coon's background, what it represents, and also how many years you've been exhibiting here at World Dairy Expo.
Coon North America has been involved with the agricultural industry since late 1800s, so one of the oldest agricultural companies that's out there. With the dairy industry, really from the start, we've been involved with the dairy industry. So for World Dairy Expo, what it means to us is, it's the place to be if you're in the dairy industry. We've been here 30 plus years easily. I've been with the company 30, and we've been here every year I've been, and we were here before that. So it's a key show for us to reach that dairy customer.
And talk about some of the opportunities you see with customers from around the globe. How many countries have you had the chance to network with here? And you're a Wisconsin company with a global audience. Share with our viewers some insight on that.
Yeah, that's a big thing for us because, we can do a lot of shows throughout the year, but we don't get that global influence that you do at World Dairy Expo. Just this week, we're probably in the dozens of different countries that we worked with. We even had our global sales manager over from France that was here to be able to see the show, heard about it, and realized from all the customers that we see, it's not just new customers and new contacts. Earlier was talking to a customer from Mexico that we'd sold mixers to several years ago, and now he wants to update, and so it's at times almost meeting old friends from other countries when you come to World Dairy Expo.
And I'm sure there's a lot of camaraderie with staff too. About how many people will staff your booth throughout the week, and what does it take to prepare for an event like World Dairy Expo?
It takes many weeks of preparation inside as far as machine, equipment, personnel. Staff-wise, we'll run probably through 25 to 30 personnel. We've got this advantage of being local, so we can bring up different personnel throughout the day and give them that experience to be up here for a day or so and then bring others up. So we'll run through about 30 different personnel, and for them to come up, we also have a lot of our engineers come up, and for them to be able to meet the customers, see some of the needs of what's out there in the industry, and also see the rest of the technology. It's just, you can't really compare it with any other show.
In the ever-changing dairy industry that we're in today, what's some of the technology featured by Kuhn that you're being asked by attendees here at World Dairy Expo?
Technology-wise, more efficiency. Sometimes that means larger. We're introducing our new large 1,600 cubic foot. Years ago, you would have never sworn you'd never see a mixer that big, and now they're asking when we're going to go bigger than that. So we're introducing that. Technology and others, technology in the mixers is we're introducing our self-loading, self-propelled, self-unloading, all in one machine. So it's about efficiency. Right now, we know what commodity prices are. They're tough. There's not a lot of extra money out there, so they're really coming in and where can I save money, where can I be able to get a faster return and a better return, and that's the products that we're having here and showing here. So,
well, thank you so much, Doug, for being with us today. Anything else you wanted to add?
Just anybody that's in the dairy industry, if you haven't been here, this is the show to be to. If you're in the dairy industry, you've got to go to World Dairy Expo.
Well, coming up on WXPO News, we'll learn how some are using virtual reality to better demonstrate their product lines. But first, a word from our sponsors.
The latest innovation is the Magellan Active Alley Flooring. The Magellan rubber flooring is an innovative solution for drainage and removal of the liquids in the alleys. The future lies in understanding animal needs. Innovation is dedicated to solutions and to the profitability of cattle rearing.
The future of dairy health is here with a new portfolio that's more comprehensive than ever. Proven products like Bovacalc, Polymast, Today, Zactran, and Epronex. Stop by Beringer Ingelheim, booths 2806 to 2809 to get your free Epronex beanie while supplies last. And don't forget to enter for your chance to win a pellet grill from Yoder Smokers.
Welcome back. Well, certainly technology can be found all throughout World Dairy Expo, from innovative products and services to the technology used to demonstrate how products work on the farm. Joining me now is Wyatt McCloskey of Trident Processes. Wyatt, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So Wyatt, first of all, give us a little bit of an overview about who Trident Processes is and what it represents.
So Trident Processes is a company that creates nutrient recovery systems for industries such as agriculture, wastewater municipality, ethanol, and food processing plants. My main focus is on agriculture and dairy farms in particular, and what we do is we work on cleaning up your water and at the same time recovering useful nutrients to turn into fertilizer.
And so while you're at the show, you're utilizing a piece of technology to demonstrate what you're doing, right?
Yes, we are. We just recently put in an installation for 7,000 to 8,000 cows out on Wolf Creek Dairy out in Greeley, Colorado. And what we did was we took some virtual reality footage, and we've got a headset here for people to be able to see the site firsthand.
Okay, we're gonna check it out here for ourselves. Oh, wow.
Take a look around.
I'm taking a look at that dairy farm.
So what you're seeing is there's a couple different machines on there, but what that does is it helps us recover nutrients found in manure.
And so people can really take a look at this, they can check it out and really see for themselves what they're experiencing on that dairy farm, and you can help point them in the direction of how to better really improve their operation. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. So it just kind of helps, it helps the potential customer get out there and actually see what it would look like for such a size of an installation.
And so what are the types of questions that you're being asked from producers as they're coming through, checking out your booth?
So people see the nutrient recovery and they say, well, what nutrients are you recovering? And like I mentioned before, I'm focused on agriculture, and one of the biggest things that we can do as a company is we're able to recover most of the phosphorus found inside of cow manure, which is kind of a big problem when it comes to leaching of nutrients into water streams. So the fact that we're able to capture almost all of that phosphorus before it is able to get out into the field and then leach into the ground is quite a big deal, especially when it comes from EPA regulations and things like that.
And how many years have you been attending World Dairy Expo?
I believe Trident's been here for a couple years. I'm not sure exactly how many. This is my first year. I've only been working for the company for around 8 months.
Okay, and using that piece of technology, is this the first time that they've tried something
yes,
so
this
innovative?
is actually just the first time that we tried this. The marketing team and I sat down and we kind of talked about some innovative ways to be a kind of a front runner out there at the World Dairy Expo, and we talked about having a virtual reality tour basically of one of our sites. So that's what we did. We went out and got some footage so we could kind of share that with our customers and client base here.
And how has it been received so far?
You know, it's a hit from kids to even to older people. I think older people are actually finding it more of just this unbelievable thing, whereas kids are kind of, they see it and they say, oh, virtual reality, and where kind of some of the older crowd, they see that and, oh, what do you got there? And you show them and they can't believe it, right? So, but it has been a hit. It's kind of led into some extreme interest from some people, whereas they would have walked by the booth maybe and just not even thought twice, where they see that, they ask about it, they're able to see what we're doing and then allow for a better explanation, and then, you know, maybe even a potential customer.
Well, Wyatt, once again, thank you so much for being here, and best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, you bet. You can check out Trident processes in the Arena building. Still yet tomorrow, the trade show is open from 9 to 5, so be sure to check them out, located in the Arena building. Coming up on WXPO News, the road to Madison. Hear how one dairy cattle exhibitor prepares for the road to Madison Tan Bark ahead.
The latest innovation is the Magellan Active Alley Flooring. The Magellan rubber flooring is an innovative solution for drainage and removal of the liquids in the alleys. The future lies in understanding animal needs. Innovation is dedicated to solutions and to the profitability of cattle rearing.
The future of dairy health is here with a new portfolio that's more comprehensive than ever. Proven products like Volvacalc, Polymast, Today, Zactran, and Epronex. Stop by Beringer Ingelheim, booths 2806 to 2809 to get your free Epronex beanie while supplies last. And don't forget to enter for your chance to win a pellet grill from Yoder Smokers.
Welcome back. Each year, nearly 2,500 head of North America's finest dairy cattle make the trek to Madison. Earlier today, I spoke with an exhibitor from New York to share more about his journey as he prepared to enter the colored shavings for this afternoon's International Holstein Show. Tell us a little bit about the trip here, what goes into preparing for a trip of World Dairy Expo, how many cattle you brought, things like that.
So the trip, it takes weeks to prepare for this trip, and at the same time we have our own farm life going on, the everyday life. We have to load trailers, the equipment, everything that's here, it's a full trailer load of equipment. So we're trying to prepare our cattle, wash them every day. We chopped our corn to feed our cows for the year. The 3 days prior, but it's we loaded our tack trailer with it. That's the equipment, the fans, the mats, the boards, everything. We loaded that 10 days before the show because we knew we were going to be chopping corn. So it's a lot of work, and then we leave on Wednesday with the equipment. The cattle leave Thursday on a tractor trailer. Took me 15 hours to get here with the equipment. My cattle were on the trailer. We had to stop one time at a farm to pick up 4 cows. It was 24 hours on the trailer. We stop halfway through. We stop in Indiana. All the cows get milked. They get watered. It was a 5-hour stop. We got to take care of these cattle like they're at home. And believe it or not, we have one of my partners and close friends rides on the trailer with the cattle, feeds hay, watches them the entire time to make sure nothing's going wrong. He's on both stories of the trailer, and so we make it here. The cattle didn't make it till Friday at noontime.
And certainly it's a lot of hard work, as you explained, getting prepared to come to World Dairy Expo. Why do you continue to make the trip every year? What's so beneficial to being here in Madison?
So this is our 21st year from coming from New York to Madison, Wisconsin, and this year was a little different. Usually we go to our state fairs and things like that, but I was judging a show in Peru, so I could not come here, go to New York State Fair. So we come to World Dairy Expo. It's the place that everybody we see. It's the marketing place of the year. It's the people that want to buy new genetics, see your genetics. You talk to people respect. We get to respect you, trust you. We have fun together, we show together, we compete together, and at the end of the day, we all leave as friends.
And talk a bit about what you have on display as far as your cattle go. You've been showing for most of the week. We have the Holstein show kicking off this afternoon and a lot of Holstein cows to show tomorrow. What can we expect to see in the show ring?
We have an actually big group of Holsteins. So we have 11 Holsteins that I own, from the first class to the 5-year-old class. So we, the first class, and a reason we come to World Dairy Expo, we have a spring calf showing that we sold. We have a fall calf that we sold last night. So the marketing that happens here is tremendous. It's exciting. We were able to celebrate a little bit last night for the sale of a heifer, but we'll be out there all day long. The Maple Downs farms will be out there all day long.
Well, Jason, thank you very much for your time today.
No problem. Thank you.
And best of luck to the crew at Maple Downs and all Holstein exhibitors competing over the next day. Since its humble beginnings in 1967, World Dairy Expo has been welcoming guests from all over the globe. Currently, just over 2,500 guests from 94 countries have already checked in at the show. I'm joined by one of them this afternoon, Fernando from Mexico, as well as the 70th Allison Dairyland, Crystal Seamers Peterman. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Fernando, tell us why you are so proud to be at World Dairy Expo to represent Mexico.
Because I enjoy this show, because when I begin to see the bulls, I need genetics in my country. I speak with the people who sell the tri-state semen in Mexico and say, Fernando, why you not come with me and we visit the World Dairy Expo and we visit farms and we visit the company from semen. Was my start. I was with 5 months married. I called me my wife. In 78 was my first attempt to the World Dairy Expo.
Wow.
And I enjoyed that.
And a lot of our international guests have been coming for many years, just like Fernando. And Crystal, you've been able to welcome some of them in our international registration area. Share about some of those experiences with us.
So here at World Dairy Expo, more than 100 countries are represented. So today I hung out in the international booth and just really meeting lots of people who are so excited to be attending World Dairy Expo. So one thing that's really important is the interpreters here at Expo. They're really just greeting people with a smile and making sure that even if they don't speak English, that they're welcomed and that they're ready for a great show.
And you had a personal connection to one of them, is that right?
Yes, so this world just got even smaller. So today I met Charni. He's from Mali, and he came up to me and shook my hand, and he instantly knew me. And it happens to be that he actually was an intern at my family's dairy farm 22 years ago. So he has a picture of me as a small baby holding me, and it was just such a small world and just reconnecting. And World Dairy Expo is just such a great time for people from all across the globe to connect about our love for the dairy cow.
It certainly is a great example of how small our community in the dairy industry really is.
Definitely.
And of course, a lot of our international guests are taking tours this week and they're visiting World Dairy Expo. I know, Fernando, your group takes a lot of tours when you come to Wisconsin, but we also have a party for them to enjoy this evening. Is that right?
Right. So at 5 p.m. there'll be the international reception. So meeting people from all across the globe and just having a great time for conversation and food.
Right. And you're enjoying your time here as well at the tours?
Yes, I arrived 1 week ago and we visit around 12 farms.
12 farms.
Because my peoples, we're a group of 6 peoples, I one day saw how works the farmers, how do the things correct, and then learn looking how make it, or when return to my country and his farms, they begin to work like they saw here, because the things for to learn need to look how do the things, know how the people speak.
Right.
Yes, but this is why I decided 4 years ago to make a group each year and bring the cattlemen here and veterinarian also.
Wonderful, and we hope that we'll see you again next year and many years to come. So again, thank you to both of you for being here this afternoon, and enjoy the time at the international reception this evening.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes. Still to come, we'll highlight today's commercial booth winners, sponsored by Filament. You're watching WXPO News.
The latest innovation is the Magellan Active Alley Flooring. The Magellan rubber flooring is an innovative solution for drainage and removal of the liquids in the alleys. The future lies in understanding animal needs. Innovation is dedicated to solutions and to the profitability of cattle rearing.
The future of dairy health is here with a new portfolio that's more comprehensive than ever. Proven products like Volvacalc, Polymast, Today, Zactran, and Epronex. Stop by Beringer Ingelheim, booths 2806 to 2809 to get your free Epronex beanie while supplies last. And don't forget to enter for your chance to win a pellet grill from Yoder Smokers.
Welcome back. You're taking a look at a live view from the exhibition hall and the trade show. Just 4 minutes to closing, but it opens back up bright and early tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Trade show exhibitors were presented Outstanding Booth Awards sponsored by Filament this afternoon in a record-breaking year for participating companies. The Small Outstanding Booth Award was presented to MSW Plastics, located in the exhibition hall. Winning the Intermediate Outstanding Booth Award was Select Sires Incorporated, located in the Coliseum. Rounding out the honorees is Large Outstanding Booth Award winner DuPont Pioneer, also located in the exhibition hall. Congratulations to all of our booth winners. Finally, we leave you with this evening's social shout out, this time from Tracy Backup, who shared, "Today, Heather and I celebrated our 10th anniversary attending the World Dairy Expo. We heard there was a cake, but we choose a milkshake instead. Hashtag WDE 2017. Again, be sure to share your special moments here at World Dairy Expo with us using the hashtag WDE 2017. Well, that's all the time that we have for us on this episode of WXPO News. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow on the last broadcast. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.